Welcome to MyGivingSolutions.com. MyGiving Solutions is a revolutionary web-based contribution and donor management system that will greatly increase your ability to communicate with your donors. I'm going to run through two demos today. First is from the perspective of a donor. So as someone contributes to your organization, they will receive an email that just confirms the gift or the donation. On the bottom of that email, the system will look up to see if the user or the donor already has a user ID and a password. If they do not, information on the bottom will be included so that they can set up a user ID and a password. Once they follow those procedures, they'll have a user ID, password. They simply log in here at the login screen with their information, user ID and a password that they created to log into the system. So here we're going to log in as a donor. The first screen that appears is what we call the dashboard view, and this is customized to that individual donor, and so you'll see their name here in the top. The second tab here on the dashboard is for pledges. There are certain funds that you can, when you create a fund, you can mark that fund as a pledge fund, which means it would span over several years. Giving campaigns and those types of things would fall under a pledge. Here there are no existing pledges set up. The third tab is the budget. As the administrator, you can determine which funds or accounts show up on this screen for your donors. And then finally, the tab here is all pledges. If there were some funds that were set up to be pledges, the My Pledge tab would only show my pledges, how much I've pledged and how much I've given, where the all pledges would show organization-wide or church-wide pledges. We have the ability to accept online debit and credit card donations, and so if your organization is set up to do that, there is a Give Online link that will appear here. Very simply, you select the location of your organization. Some churches and organizations have multiple locations. That's why we give you the ability to support that. So My Giving Solutions supports multiple campuses, churches with multiple campuses. And then each location has one or many funds that can be given to. So you select the location and the fund, enter the amount, and then the information for your credit card and that type of thing. The contributions can be one time, they can be recurring, monthly, quarterly, bi-weekly, that type of thing, and then the ability to process the donation. Once this happens, once you click the process donation button, the transaction happens immediately. That money, using our credit card provider and our credit card partner, that money ends up in your bank account within 2 days. So the donor has a few reports available under My Reports, Contribution Reports. So the household contributions screen loads, and you simply select the date range for the report that you want to run. So we'll run it for January through March 2010. Simply click the View Report button, and the report is generated for, again, the logged in donor. The report will contain all of the contributions that fall within the date range that we entered. And then it's also broken down based on the fund or account that they donated to. The tax statement report will only show accounts or funds that are tax deductible. You don't have the option there. And then there's some verbiage on the bottom of the tax statement report that is IRS friendly that you can use in for submission for taxes and that type of thing. And so this is the view of the donor. So what we'll do now is we're going to log off as the donor, and we're going to log back in now as the administrator of the church. So here now again we're logged in as an administrator for the church, and the dashboard idea is used again here. You'll notice the tab that is highlighted first for the administrative user is what we call the admin dashboard, and this simply provides just some real quick giving information. giving snapshot, year-to-date giving as of the date that it is, today's date. There's some report links down here at the bottom of this page. These are all configurable by you. You can select from a maintenance screen, which we will look at here in just a moment, which reports that you want to see show up here. These other tabs are the exact same tabs we looked at for the donor. For the administrative user, there's a considerable amount of functionality available to you, and most of all of that really falls under this admin tools menu item and admin reports. And so the first thing we'll do is go to admin tools, maintenance, table maintenance. This is where you will go to set up all of the unique information about your church or organization. The first piece of information that we actually set up for a church or organization are the locations. The system is campus aware. In other words, your organization can have multiple campuses. We're going to work here right to left on this screen. The headlines tab, this allows you the ability to add headlines, which will show up here at the top of the screen. And again, this will show up for all of the donors who log in. So if you want to remind them about an upcoming event, remind them about an offering that you're going to collect, any type of information. And funds. Now these are the accounts, funds or accounts, we use that term interchangeably, that people make contributions to. Email response. This is key. You have the ability to customize the email response that goes back to your donors after they have made a donation. It defaults, there is just a generic response that is included when we set up the client, but you have the ability to go in for each location. You can select the content of the email receipt that goes to them. Client settings, this is important. This is a lot, gives you the ability to select what information is showed. It allows you to customize your church or organization. Client report quick links. This allows you to set up back on our administrative dashboard which reports show up in your quick list or your hot list for reports. And then attendance. Attendance gives you the ability, again, to track just that attendance. You select the location. So that is table maintenance. We also have the ability to maintain people in the system. The last piece that My Giving Solutions does is it has the ability to send emails to individuals within your system, within the system. And you can select a start date and an end date. You select all people from one campus or all of your campuses who have given to or who have not given to certain accounts. And so we will select here from all people from the main campus who have given to the general fund and generate a list. Oh, sorry, we've got to select a date range here that we want to look. So this tells the system, hey, look within this date range and select everyone who has given or who's not given to a particular fund. What this does is return results in a list. Here it shows everybody, and we've just got this test data, so we've got the same email address in. You can enter the email subject, and then here you enter the contents of the email. The look here of it is like a Word document, so you can change colors and size and bold and font changes and that type of thing. And then simply click send email, and the system will go through and it will send an email to all of the people up here in this list. The last thing we'll talk about is some reports. There are several different reports. Fund summary report is a pretty popular report. This is for a given date range. It will show you summed totals for all of those who have given to a specific fund or all funds within a given date range. And so we will select January 1st through today from the main location, all funds, and we'll see the types of information that we have available. So this is everyone who's giving to the building fund. The total that's been given is here, and here's those individuals to the general fund and to the missions fund. Thank you for taking the time to view this demo. If you've got any questions, you can contact us via our website at www.mygivingsolutions.com. Thank you.